Hi, welcome to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra. This is Ken.
Hi.
And we're going to be watching Outlander episode 4. Last week I had to review episode 3 by myself
Mm-hmm.
because Ken threw his back out. So there wasn't scary stuffy panda staring at me the whole time, which was actually quite nice. Anyway, um, so last episode was the Beardsley twin farm chapter in the book. So basically, um, Josiah and Keziah, his twin brother, were found stealing some food, and were trying to steal some food because they'd run away from their farm because they're indentured servants. And anyway, so then that led Claire and Jamie to go find their papers. And what did they find, Ken?
Well, they found some really large pregnant lady who'd was torturing her husband who had a stroke. So she was obviously quite annoyed with the way that he treated her over the course of their probably all too brief marriage.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he was lying there on the floor upstairs in his own filth, and
So
so
gross.
yeah, so Claire kind of, you know, brought him downstairs, gave him some medical aid. But
More
there's not much you can
gross.
really do for somebody who's had a major stroke like that. So in the end, he was kind of put out of his misery by Jamie.
Yeah, and he was kind of mean to the end too, because
He
Jamie was
was.
like, "Do you
Yeah.
pray for forgiveness?" And he blinked no.
Well, I think he finally recognized the evil person that he was, and wasn't gonna like try to seek absolution in the last minute like every sinner does.
I
So
don't agree.
there's an integrity of that.
I don't agree with
Mm-hmm.
you. I think he was such a jerk that he just refused to be forgiven for stuff he didn't think he needed forgiveness for. I think that's how awful this guy is was. So anyway, not only do Claire and Jamie now have the papers, they also have a baby because Fanny had stop it. Fanny had a baby while they were there.
Yeah, she just kind of popped one out, just standing around.
Well, she was thrown against a wall
Yep.
because she was trying to murder her husband with a rope.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie was like, "What the heck, lady? You had all this time to kill him. Why you kill him when you have witnesses?" And then her water broke, and this little half white, half black baby came out.
Yeah, which is kind of suspicious since her husband wasn't black.
Yeah, she was pretty proud of that though. She let him have it. This is not
Yeah,
your
she's
baby.
not your baby at all.
You jerk. You hear that? But the baby nonetheless inherited the land and all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, because the guy died, and anyway, the baby is hers. She would have inherited the stuff. So, she left the baby with Claire and Jamie. So now they're on their way back to meet up with the militia. I think we're going to be quite surprised.
They have an extra baby.
that There's a baby. Yeah, okay. So, let's get to this episode. This is what happens when a dad doesn't like who his daughter's seeing.
Yeah, yeah.
What's that?
Jimmy get this? Well, you were collecting the post. A man ruffled Jimmy's hair. Gave him a coin. Say anything? He said, what a handsome lad. And did he take after his mother or his father? And then just gave him a coin.
Oh no.
That scumbag.
He was Irish, you see, so...
Dang it, it's Bonnet.
Yeah.
This and that. It can take all day. What did he look like? A gentleman he was. Thin, strong. Do you have a scar?
Or Roger.
Yep.
It's always getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah. He created this problem.
Hey everybody, we're back. We got a baby with us.
Yeah. Things are might screwed up here in Mudville.
Hospitals isn't that. I'm telling you, you're 14, too young to fight.
I can.
You
He didn't know how old he was.
Go. Hunt.
Or is he saying he's 14
They
to
don't
make
have-
sure he doesn't fight?
They don't have clocks on the wall and lots of calendars and things like that.
No, what I mean, is Jamie sure he's 14, or is he saying he's 14 so he can't fight? So
Bit
he's
of
saying
both.
he can't do it
Bit of both.
because he doesn't want him to be killed so quickly after he's free. Move out of the way, I got a baby. It's in need of a lady.
There it is. No stopping you. I'll never see Ali again. Go.
Yeah, you're gonna die though if you do, so why don't you just go? Sorry about that, but run away and save your life.
They'll come looking for him. And they will.
You would have submitted it to the printer without me knowing.
Bree?
Who took something to the printer recently?
Oh, right. That was what was on the back of that page.
That's what I said last time.
Jeez.
I said he was going to let out that medical stuff.
I thought it was like maybe the penicillin or something.
Yeah, that's the same stuff.
No, it's her.
Yeah, it's the same general thing. It's,
Yeah.
It's the medical stuff that's...
They have writing on the other side.
Yeah.
Why? The printer must have decided to use it. Betrayal.
Don't you shoot Jamie. I don't think so. Put your gun down.
Foolish.
Yeah, you drunk?
And a drunken fool at that.
Yeah.
I want Morton as much as you do.
Where's Jemmy?
Jimmy?
Oh, no.
You left the door open, like...
Where's Jimmy? Where'd he go?
Brown. Myron Brown. Phineas Brown.
Wonder why it's called Brownsville.
That was Mudville.
No, it's Brownsville.
Yeah. I just like calling it Mudville.
Because there's lots of mud.
Yep.
Yeah, but every city could be called that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Aw. Oh, who's doing the sword dance? Oh, these two. Do you remember the sword dance from when Murtaugh did it on stage for money?
Mm-hmm.
And people threw things at him, like tomatoes and salad and stuff.
Because he was terrible.
I don't think he was terrible. I don't know why they did that.
You're taking me.
Away from prying eyes.
Don't look, Panda.
And you should know. I
There's
can
going to be
knock you off your feet.
loving.
There's gonna be some loving. I have a feeling that Crazy Man's gonna show up.
Yep, that's predictable.
Alphabets backwards.
I expect so. English or... Hey, without a fight. If either of you would go and leave the women you love with all your heart, say it now. Say you'd go and I'll walk out of here without another word.
No.
Let's see. Who came through time? Got beaten up by Mohawk and is still hanging around.
Biding my time. I had to wait for
Got
my
abused by Bonnet.
Yes.
It made me old and reckless and
Nice distraction, Jamie.
No, you stampede the horses so that nobody can ride after you.
Yeah. Well, it's also distraction, and it's these guys made the noise, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was episode 4
Mm-hmm.
of Outlander, and once again, it was kind of like a story from the book that could be made into one episode.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. That was from the book mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, the whole Alicia and Isaiah storyline, where they escape and run away and the horses get let out and all that, that's strictly from the book. So that was good. Yeah, even the Roger part where, you know, people leave the militia because Roger made the choice he made. which I don't think he really had. I mean, Roger's not going to turn some guy over
Yeah.
or like start a fight just
Yeah.
because he's protecting a guy. He's going to try to make it peaceful. So that's what he had to do. So that was one story. And then on the ridge is a story that's not in the book, and that's
the scary one.
yeah. So Brianna found a coin in Jimmy's little basket, and then Mrs. Bug told her that an Irishman had come along and given it to Jimmy and kind of asked if he looked like his mother or his father. We all know who that was.
Yep, that was Stephen Bonnet.
Stephen Bonnet. Yeah, so
Bad man.
so I don't know. He Bree threw all her drawings of Bonnet in the fire because he was like
Because she got
haunting.
some psychological counseling.
She was, oh yeah, Marcelly counseled her.
That was very Sigmund Freud there.
That was, yeah, Marcelly has kind of been an interesting part of the show so far, being the one that they talk to about things they don't talk to anyone else about. Yeah, so anyway, Bree's been tortured by the thought that Bonnet will just show up and take Jemmy or
Hurt
that,
her or something.
yeah. So that was that part. And then, then there was just a side thing with Keziah and Josiah and that's in the book as well, where they both have tonsil issues. So,
Yeah.
that's probably, we're going to see that later on the ridge where she takes them out.
Have to like tonsillectomy and give them ice cream and
Oh
stuff
no.
like that.
It'll be without any anesthetic. Like she'll have to rip those things right out of their back of their throat. I can't even imagine. But she can't do it without the penicillin, so we're waiting on that. So so they have bad cases of tonsillitis.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I so tired?
It's going to be antiseptic Scotch whiskey.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, the baby.
Yes, the little baby gets
Wee
a
Bonnie.
new home.
Yeah. So turned out that some people in Brownsville had lost their baby, so they asked if they could keep her, and Jamie asked Claire if she wanted to keep the baby because of course, because Claire and Jamie never raised a baby together, so that was kind of a thought for a minute. But Claire was like, no, these people need the baby way more than she does, and that's true. I mean, with all her surgery and stuff, she doesn't really have time to take care of a baby. Plus, she can't nurse the baby like that lady who just lost her baby could. So it kind of worked out that
and it's been like
little Bonnie.
It's been over 20 years, of her raising her own child, right? It's just she's now a woman in her middle 40s, so she has a lot of responsibilities.
Well, but Jamie did never get to raise a baby, so it's kind of sad because all of Jamie's children were raised by other people.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really have the chance to do that. I mean, he was the dad to Marcelly and Joni for a little bit, and then but they were already mostly grown. He was a dad figure to Fergus, but Fergus was already like 12 or 13 at that point in time. So we've never really seen Jamie raise his own baby.
People are generative in other ways.
Well, I mean, he's still got Jemmy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's the grandfather, so there's lots of babies hanging around the ridge. Especially with Marcelly having one like every year. So there's that. So, but it was a sad little moment because it made you think of when they had faith and they lost faith in season 2. And then how he didn't get to raise Brianna because she had to send them back to the future. So that I don't think that's why he really doesn't want them going back. He's got a small piece of family. I don't think would be very easy for him to let go of. So even if it meant they'd be safer, I mean, he did let go of Claire and his baby way back when, but he thought he'd die. So there was that little part too where he was expecting to die in Culloden.
Yep.
And when he didn't, he had to go through his life without being with them, knowing they were in the future without him. But, So that was episode 4. There's no war at this point yet. Claire's going back to do the surgery on the boys.
Finish her penicillin experiments.
Yeah. So nothing is really heated right now. Oh, that girl tried to kill herself.
That's true.
Yeah, Alicia tried to kill herself because she found out Isaiah, her lover, was married and she was gonna have his kids. So she, in the 1700s,
That would be pretty bad.
that doesn't. They don't really like that happening. So she was just gonna off herself. But then in the end, she got to run away with Isaiah, and that's good.
Hmm.
Even though he's married.
We'll see what happens with that. Something will come from that, no doubt.
Maybe. I don't think anything in the book comes from it, like at least in the book I'm reading. But they've gone off script a couple times, so they may bring him back.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, well, we'll see. That the guys looked pretty mad, so
Yep.
I don't think they believe Jamie. I think they think Jamie let them go. They haven't figured out their daughter's missing yet, so
Yep.
there's that. So yeah, what? Anyway, there we go. I can't think of anything else to
No.
say. Episode 4, good stuff.
Hmm.
I love how they're taking pieces of the book and really making something out of it. Yeah, so there's a part I am looking forward to that's coming up.
Hmm.
I don't know how long it will be away, but Ken hasn't read the book, so I'm excited to see what he thinks of it when it happens. If it happens the same way, I look forward to seeing that stuff. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Join us next time for episode 5. Bye.
Bye.